Hello, everybody, and welcome to 3 Points of Light. Tonight we have been extra by having our special guest, Eric-Glyn, medium. What he's going to do for us this evening is he's going to do a SNU ruled spiritual service. I think I got that right. Hi, Eric.
Well, close enough. It's
okay.
90% of it anyway.
Well, we do have in the background, sitting quietly for the moment, Ryan and Jennifer. They are here, but they're being quiet. Yeah. Say hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Right. Now I will turn the mic over to Scott. Let's say Scott. Sorry, Scott. I'm not turning it over to Scott. Okay, Eric, I'll turn the mic over to you.
Right, okay, good evening everybody, thanks for coming along. What I intend to do tonight is first of all just to make sure that everybody can hear me alright, and secondly to sort of preface of what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do tonight. Most of the first hour will be taken up with what would be a divine service here in the United Kingdom, except for one slight difference, and that is the fact that we won't be singing any hymns whatsoever, because I'm tone deaf, and basically I really don't want to scare everybody away. Now then, the thing is that during this, I will be rattling along. I'll be doing what I would normally do on the rostrum on the platform. We have people in the chat room that will keep me right, so I shall just do what I normally do. The thing is that in the second hour, I'm going to attempt to do something a little bit different. What I intend to do is that I intend to channel my guy Teddy here for you on the internet, and you will have the chance to ask questions. If you send the questions in, maybe in private message to Darlene or whoever, and then she can relay them to me. And the thing is that you can ask Teddy questions to be answered direct from Spirit. It's a little bit different because the only thing I do ask is that I have a little bit of a disclaimer, and that is the fact that if you ask Teddy a question, Teddy will answer the question. It's not exactly trans-D because I'm going to do it in overshadowing, so you'll obviously know exactly what that is. It's just that, as I was about to say, Teddy is quite forthright, shall we say, with his comments and his views, and I need to be in control so that I can censor it a little bit, shall we say. I don't censor the meaning, just basically the words that were being used. So I'll explain to everybody all about Teddy as we go along.
Can I say 1 second before you start, Eric, sweetie? If everybody goes into this, they'll see my name. You click on it, and that's where you will send me a private message. That's all it is. So send that there if any questions you have for the second half of the show. Okay, now I'm hushing.
That's okay, that's not a problem. Right. Now, if anybody needs a potty break, if anybody needs to disappear to the toilet, if anybody needs to go and get a glass of water, if anybody needs to do anything, now is your chance to do it, because I'm going to take about 1 minute just to get sorted out, calm myself down, and then we'll kick off from there. So please sit back, get your headphones sorted, have a listen, and I hope you're going to enjoy what comes along, because this is the kind of thing I do week in and week out. So I hope you're going to enjoy it. Couple of minutes and we'll get started. Okay. The very first thing that is done with most of the churches that I attend, when they're opening up, is that they will ask for a healing silence. Now, the healing silence is just about a minute long, and during which time some churches will read a healing book, some churches will just ask you to close your eyes and concentrate on anybody that you know that needs healing. To bring anybody into the circle that we form, to have healing energies placed in and around them, to try and help them get better from whatever they are suffering at the moment. Please be aware when you're doing this to also involve your pets, because they are an important part of the family and they need to have healing and to be able to be brought forward into the circle at the same time. So if we take about a minute, just in quiet, think about the people that need the healing, and the healing will be sent back to them. Okay, I'm back. Thank you very much. And with that, we'll cast all the healing to Spirit and allow them to do the job. The next thing that happens within the service is that the medium will be asked to come forward and to do an opening prayer. Now, my prayers, if anybody thinks that, and don't get me wrong, there is times when mediums stand and they would give an opening prayer from the heart, from Spirit, and I've got no problem with that. I think that's a wonderful thing to do. Myself, I actually write my prayers, and I tend to try and write a prayer for every time I do it, just so that it comes out sounding a little bit fluent and it comes out sounding as if I understand what I'm saying. So this is one that I wrote specifically for tonight. So it's penned by myself, and my writing guide was called Piotr. So, Divine Spirit, Father God, as we gather here tonight to give thanks for today and to praise your name, we ask that it be your wish that your healing balm radiate down among us who need it, and we all feel uplifted. We ask that you give the committee of this your church and others like it the strength and the well-being to continue to open its doors so your family may enter, as we did tonight, to gather and to praise your name, and call upon you to bring forward our loved ones and inspire us to be among us here. And may we, sitting here tonight, head bowed, have the strength and the love to fully open ourselves to your love and guidance, and confirm our link to Spirit and the higher side of life, and receive these messages of love and hope that you send. As we call tonight for your healing balm, we also acknowledge that if it be your will, Father, that some people may pass to the higher side of life. May this be painless, and may their loved ones and inspirers be there to greet them and guide them on this, the most wonderful of journeys. We also ask, Father, that you bring all conflicts raging on this planet of ours to an end. May you bring the leaders of these war-torn countries to the table of peace and reconciliation, and may brother be united with brother in the handshake of friendship. Divine Spirit, we do not forget at this time the animal kingdom in our prayer to you. All these creatures ask for is love, food, and shelter, that can be so mistreated by the hand of man. And for that we are truly sorry. We also ask, Divine Father, that you stretch out your healing arms and encompass the whole world, and make it green and pleasant once more, and rid it of the atrocities that man has inflicted on your once perfect world. Father, we know that in your all-seeing wisdom you look after the children of this world, for they are indeed our future, and it is they that are the custodians of this world. long after we have rejoined the higher side of life. Make them knowing and wise and open to your spirit guidance. As we move, Divine Father, into this evening, we humbly ask that you allow your angels and inspirers to bring forward to members of your family gathered here tonight messages of proof that life eternal transcends so-called death, and at the moment you are most needed, you will be there to guide us, teach us all the lessons we have yet to learn, and make us fit to join your spirit realm. This we ask tonight, Father, in your name, that is everlasting love. Amen. Now that is just a standard opening prayer. It's just something that is said from the heart, something that brings forward everything to do with that. We now would, in an ordinary divine service, we'd now be singing a hymn. We're not, as I said, because my voice resembles a bag of cats, and we are going to be just carrying on with the next bit that the medium would do. Now, the next bit, and I know that the D medium in the chat room will love this one, it's the philosophy, because I know that all mediums love philosophy. And this is, well, this is my twist on it, because when I do the philosophies in the churches, I work with a humour. When I'm doing the philosophy, when I'm doing the messages, when I'm doing any kind of service, I work with a humorous vibration, because there's too much doom and gloom within what we do, and it's time to bring up the level. I never do it flippantly, and when I'm doing readings or the philosophy, you may find that I'm not laughing at you, but with you, but generally they laugh at me, because basically I'm the more picture of fun than you are. So that's what we're aiming to do. I'm going to start with something that's 14 lines long. And this is a piece that was written many, many years ago, and it sums up the philosophy of spiritualism better than I can ever do, because it's used by numerous different religions, but I still think that it suits ours down to the T. This is also my trigger. This is my trigger to tell my guides and inspirers, get your clogs on, get your bum down here, because it's time to go to work. And it starts with the most famous opening line that I think most people will recognise. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. And when you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I'm not there. I did not die. And that is the very premise which spiritualism in any form actually brings forward to us. And that is the fact that there is the continuance of life after life, the continuance of the soul after so-called death, the progression of the soul to the higher side of life. And that is the very fundamental essence that we believe as spiritualists. We believe that this is not all there is. This is not everything that is going, will be, that's it. As soon as you stuff it, you're away, you're worm food. That's not it. Now I believe firmly that when I die, or when I shed the earthly bond, or whatever you want to say it is, I believe that I'm returning home. Because I believe that the higher side of life is my home. I came from there. I will return to there. That is where I belong. I am a heavenly being having an earthly experience. That's my fundamental belief. And I'll explain a little bit why. When I was a small child and I lived at home, my mother and my father used to say to me, if anything happens, if you're frightened, if you're in any trouble, run home. Home is the place of safety. Run home. Now, that I taught that to my children. If anything happens, run home. Come home. Home is where it's safe. And now they've taught them to my grandchildren. Exactly the same thing. Come home. It's safe. That being the case, and I believe that the higher side of life is my home, why would I be afraid of death? Why would I be afraid of passing to the higher side of life? Because I'm going home. And it's safe. And it's secure. And it's just there for everybody. Now, as spiritualists, we also believe that in the higher side of life, there is the progression of somebody's soul, which means that you're not barred from heaven. Hell doesn't exist. But the thing is that you do atone for your actions here on the earth plane. You do atone for what you did, and I'll come back to that later. Now, the thing is that people say to me, so what about, Adolf Hitler? What about, all the rest of them, Gaddafi, everybody? What about all these dictators? And I say that that's okay, because when they get to the higher side of life, they will go to the healing hospital. And when they go to the spiritual healing hospital, they are healed. They are healed of their ill ways. This is where people are cleansed of what they've done, and they are shown the wrong in what they've done, because it's no good releasing this person into the collective of the higher side of life, because they would taint it. And the collective is pure, and the collective is love. So they go to the hospital, and it takes a while to heal. Now, this also applies to people who pass through suicide, who pass through taking of their own life, who pass through illness, were long protracted, lying on a bed of sickness forever and ever illness, through cancers, through anything where there is suffering. They will be taken to the hospital where they will be healed and where they will be found to be free of everything that they had. Sometimes when people come to me, they'll say, oh, and my loved one, passed to the higher side of life, can you get in contact? Sometimes you can't, because they're still in the hospital. They're still healing. They're still coming back to their state where they can be part of the divine collective, if that's the way you want to call it. Now then, most people know that I work with a guide. Now, my guide is Teddy. Now, Teddy is Edward Jeffrey Montague. That was his name when he was here on the earth plane. Teddy passed to the higher side of life in the year of 1932. Teddy was born in 1900, passed in 1932. Yep, that's the guy. There you go. That was his first year at university. Now, Teddy is a bit of a character, shall we say. For those of you that haven't met Teddy yet, I'll give you a little bit of a rundown. Teddy is 6'4", with a handlebar moustache, and a shape that makes me look thin. Now, he is a round gentleman to the frame, and he loves to laugh. But Teddy has the most raucous laugh that sort of goes, I can't really do it, but it goes something like, ha, 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 like that. And that's the kind of thing that you get. Now, Teddy is back here on the earth plane because when Teddy was here the first time round, he wasn't a particularly nice man. He wasn't a mass murderer or somebody who beat people up or anything like that. But Teddy's mum and dad had money. They weren't royalty, but they had money. they lived in Bristol, and he used to go down to London to the gentlemen's club there, and he used to have a little bit of a tipple. One day, Teddy was presented with a new automobile. So Teddy thought it would be a wonderful idea to pop down overnight, stay in London, and come back the next morning. Teddy went down with the automobile, got down fine, took his dog Jess with him, and they got down to London and booked into the hotel. He went to the club, generally had himself a really good time. The next morning he got up and went to see his friends again at the gentlemen's club, and he proceeded to knock back a few more whiskies, and in the afternoon thought it would be a great idea to drive home and surprise his parents. Teddy never got there. Teddy wrapped his automobile around a tree, drunk as a skunk, passed a spirit. His only real regret was the fact that he actually killed his dog, Jess, at the same time, and he is remorseful about that. But Teddy got back to the higher side of life, and when he got back there, he thought, I was such a nasty person to the staff, to the people around me, that I should do something to try and atone for this, to make this right. So he thought, I know, I'll go back and bug some Geordie medium, because basically, I'll make his life a misery, and that'll be a real good thing to do. So that's what he's done. Now, most people, if you ask them, they'll say, oh, my guides, oh, it's Hiawatha, or it's Running Bay, stands with a fist, 2 feathers, all of this. They think this is great. Oh, the Dalai Lama, the amount of people that's got Archangel Michael. I don't mind, they can have any guide they like. Unfortunately, I've got Teddy. Now, myself and Teddy met quite, shall we say it's a little bit different. I was in the shower one morning, and I was doing what you do in the shower, and I had soap in my eyes and all over me, and I was getting ready to rinse it all off. And all of a sudden, this man's voice said, hi, my name's Teddy. I'm your new guide. Well, you can imagine. And I asked him to leave the shower, or words to that effect. When he did go, all as I could hear was this on the other side of the shower curtain. So eventually I got all sluiced off and I got a towel wrapped around me and I came out. And there's this guy standing with a handlebar moustache. He's got a shooting jacket on, he's got a pair of +4s on, and he's got a golf club in his hand. And I'm thinking, what is this? This, my friends, is Teddy. Now, Teddy, I can only say that for a guy, Teddy gets bored quite easily. Okay? He likes the fact that we can give messages, and he likes the fact that people can hear him, and he likes the fact that he can do everything he does. But he likes to try and put me off. Because I actually see spirit, and people think it's a real gift, it's not. Believe you me, it's a curse. You cannot unsee Teddy. And the thing is that you get this, and Teddy will appear to me, and every now and again, Teddy decides that he's going to turn up in something to liven the atmosphere a little bit. Well, up to now, I have had cowboy outfits, I've had Roman togas, I've had a Carmen Miranda thing with fruit on his head. I've had the cowboy from YMCA, complete with the butler's chaps. I have had Teddy in a pink tutu. Thank you, Brian. Yes, the most famous of all in the pink tutu. All of this to try and liven a service if it was feeling a little bit stale or a little bit down. He loves to dress up. He also loves rugby, and he also loves golf. Now, you may think that, yeah, okay, yeah, it's exactly right. No problem at all. Teddy's wonderful. But I got a little bit hesitant when Teddy started flashing the pictures that you've just seen come through with him. And I thought, all right, let's see. And I asked him for some information. And he gave me the information. and I did a little bit of research. And I ended up speaking to Teddy's great-granddaughter, who verified every single piece of information that he had given to me. His name, his photographs, where he lived, how he died, his mum and dad, everything. She verified the lot. So I've got no problem at all in stating to you, that is Edward Jeffrey Montague, that is Teddy. Now, the only thing is, as I said, in the second part of the service, I'm going to channel or do an overshadowing with Teddy and let him speak. So therefore my voice will change and probably some facial changes may occur, but I don't know. Never been done on cam before, so we'll see what happens. He loves to keep me on my toes. He loves to help me. Now, he does this in many different ways, but the thing is that when I first learned to do the overshadowing, because I've a little bit of backtracker for you. I've been in a spiritualist family all my life. My grandmother was one of the most powerful mediums that ever lived, as far as I was concerned. As far as the Stansted Hall and everybody else, she was a class 1 medium. She could do trance, she could do levitation, she could do ectoplasm, she could do the whole 9 yards. Below her was my mother. Now, my mother was with me, but unfortunately passed when I was 7 years of age. But my mother was a working medium. She would go out and she would do private readings and things like that. I do what I do. My daughter is a better medium than I'll ever be, and if she ever gets around to stop messing on with it and do it properly, then she will be absolutely wonderful. My grandson thinks it's a wonderful way of getting the girls, because everybody likes somebody who talks to deed people. My granddaughter, my youngest, who's now only 8, is starting to speak to spirit. So on a Sunday lunchtime, nobody talks, everybody laughs, because we're all tuned into spirit. So this is the thing that happens within our family, that's it. Now, as I said when I started all this, I was brought up in spiritualism. My grandmother was my teacher. She was my guide. So when I give any information or when I give any guidance to people, I give it very, very simply. Because basically, as far as I'm concerned, it's exactly the way my grandmother taught me when I was 7 years of age. Now, if you don't think that's right, then I'm sorry, but basically, as far as I'm concerned, if you break it down as small as people can take it, then they're going to understand. Sometimes people think this is too literal, this is too easy, it's too simplified. But unfortunately, that's the way I was taught, that's the way I carry it on. And people come to me and say, well, yeah, I understand that now, because that was done in that way. In what I do, there is something, if you go to my website, you can read all about it, but there's one thing that I do, and you will understand when I come to do the messages and things like that. I don't do names. Yep, I'll repeat that again. I don't do names, because names are too easy. Okay? There you are, D. There you go. I knew somebody else did it. I couldn't remember who it was. Yeah. I don't do names. The thing is that everybody has a George. Everybody has an Anne. Everybody has a James. Everybody has a Jack. Everybody has a Rose. Everybody has, yeah. And if you can understand the age of the person you talk to, you can quite happily go one generation above and know roughly what the common names were. And you can just go straight through and blast a whole load of names, and people think, wow, what a wonderful reading. Then they go home and they talk to their better half or their partner, and they'll say, oh, my Auntie Mary came. And they'll go, well, I've got an Auntie Mary. And then they go, oh, yeah, I know, but I've got my Uncle George. Yeah, but I've got an Uncle George. Doesn't mean to say you were talking to yours. And then the good reading falls apart. So a long time ago, I decided that I wouldn't do names. So when you go to do readings, as they will tell you and everybody, yeah, there you go, you see, Darcy, that's what I mean. And I wasn't thinking the spirit, that's just because they're there. When you don't do names, you have to give somebody something else to hang their hat on. You have to give somebody else proof and relevancy. And they are my words. Proof and relevancy. Now, relevancy is, pardon me, this is my cat who knows to say to try and get in on the action, Trixie, which is not getting in. The relevancy bit is something that I do. If I give you a reading in the next part of the service, please be aware that the reading should mean something to you now. It should mean something to you currently. For example, some mediums you will go and see will say, oh, somebody's talking about a holiday. You'll go, oh yeah, I've just been. Oh no, this is next year. Well, I'm sorry, but that's a bit of a cop-out. You know what I mean? And some people will go, oh well, I've got a lady that passed. Yeah, right, okay, you've got a lady that passed. Yeah. She's talking about her husband. Well, most of the ladies that you know that passed will have a husband. You know what I mean? Let's face it. So that's not proof. So what I do is I try and do things that are relevant to you now. Anything we're talking about within your reading should mean something to you now. 2 weeks gone, 2 weeks to come. That's the kind of time frame I'm talking about. If I'm talking about the fact that you slipped on a step going up the stairs at work, you should have done it within the last 2 weeks. If not, you're going to do it within the next 2 weeks. Be careful of the stairs. That's the kind of thing that is relevant now. That is what I do. Now, when I'm going to finish off my bit of a ramble and my bit of a waffle on, I'm going to take a little bit of a liberty. Because, as I said during my bit of a talk there, that my mother passed a spirit. See, I think I'm putting my wife in spirit already. I'm not that lucky, just still here. And the thing is that, well, yeah, yeah, great. 39 years married. I've learned the secret of a happy marriage. It's called yes, dear. And stop nodding, darling. Yeah, I know what you mean. Now the thing is that it's nearly to the day 53 years ago that my mother passed a spirit. So I thought I would do something a little bit different for you tonight than what I normally close with, because I normally close with something that puts a bit of a smile on your face for going into the second half. Well, I hope this does the same, but I hope it puts a tear in your eye, and I hope that it makes you just send a thought in the right direction. And I'm going to finish with a piece that I saw on the internet, so I borrowed it. I promised to give them it back when I'm finished with it. But in the meantime, I'm going to use it. The piece is called A Child's Angel. Now, this is something that I think you will like. Once upon a time, there was a child ready to be born. So one day he asked God, "They tell me you are sending me to Earth tomorrow, but how am I going to live there, being so small and so helpless? Among the many angels," he said, "I chose one for you. She will be waiting and will take care of you." "But tell me," the soul said, "here in heaven I don't have to do anything but sing and smile, and that's enough for me to be happy." And God said, "Your angel will sing for you and will also smile for you every day, and you will feel your angel's love and you will be happy." The soul said, "Now, how am I going to be able to understand when people talk to me if I don't know what language that people use?" And God said, "Your angel will tell you the most beautiful and sweet words you will ever hear. And with much patience and care, your angel will teach you how to speak." "And what am I going to do," the soul asks, "when I want to talk to you?" God said, your angel will place your hands together and they will teach you how to pray. The soul said, I heard on earth that there are bad people. Who will protect me? And God said, your very special angel will defend you, even if it means risking its own life. And the soul said, but I will always be sad because I will not see you anymore. And God said, your angel will always talk to you about me and will teach you the way for you to come back to me, even though I will always be next to you there on the earth plane. And at that moment there was much peace in heaven, but voices from earth could already be heard. And the child, in a hurry, asked softly, oh God, I'm about to leave now. Please, please, tell me my angel's name. And God whispered in the child's ear, your angel's name is of no importance, for you will call your angel Mommy. Thank you for listening to The Waffle. Right, that's my little bit waffle over. That's the philosophy as such. And we're now going to move into the next part. Now, the next part is a demonstration of the clairvoyance, a demonstration of the mediumship. And in a church, this would be done from the rostrum. Basically, in a church, you have three choices. Yes, no, or get lost, Paddy. No, I mean, yes, no, or I don't know. That's what I meant. That's it. I'll get wrong. Yeah, and that's basically what you're allowed in the church. Yes, no, or I don't know. If I do come to you during this part of the reading, of the service to do a reading, then I'll come to you and we'll try and do a bit of a reading, maybe 5-10 minutes or so. And as such, that's going to give you the insight to the fact that spirit is around you. Now, after I've done a few of them, then I do something a little bit different because I'm never going to be the same as everybody else because that's boring. So I do something that's a little bit different. What I do is I do the microwave messages. Now, no, I don't go and put my head in the microwave and see how long it takes to boil my brain, because that wouldn't take very long at all. But the thing is, though, that what I'll do is that anybody who hasn't had a long message, I'll go down the chat room and I'll give them a short 30-second, 45-second message, which should be relevant to you now and therefore is relevant just to prove to you that spirit is around and about and everything else. Now, I'm looking down here. I know Kissy Me FL is Jen, yeah. Louisville, Kentucky, I don't know who it is. But unless there's actually a name attached to it, so Supernatural Radio at the bottom the same, unless there's a name attached to it, I can't do this because they won't let me do that. So basically, that's that's at the end. All right. Now, yeah, you're okay, Carol. Yeah, you'll find that's everything that's on there. Now, that's just for the microwaves at the end, and during the rest of the time, Teddy will come and Teddy will help me out. Now, I am going to deviate a little bit from the service that we would do in the church at this point, because I'm going to enter a question into the readings, and that question is that if myself and Teddy come to you to do a reading, will it be okay if Teddy comes and visits for the time we're doing the reading? Now, the reason he comes and visits is because he can have a look around your house and he can sort of give me little pointers. So therefore, everything's he can come along and go, yeah, okay, what's that flag on the wall? What's that picture doing there, or whatever. So it's just a little bit extra for yourself, a bit proof. Now, I will ask you at the start, everybody's typing yes in, but that's fair enough. What I'll do is I'll ask you at the start of the reading, and then if you say yes, then I will send Teddy to you because he communicates with me quite happily from wherever you are at the same time. And you should feel him arrive, and you should feel him leave when he comes back. And I'll explain all of that when we get to do the first reading. Now, let's see where we can go. Actually, Christy, it was you I was going to come to. Is it you? Is it okay to come to you, Christy? Okay, pick yourself up off the floor.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Christy. That's great. Lovely. Thanks for coming on, Mike. It's much easier for me. Okay. Now then, is it okay if Teddy comes to visit?
Yeah, long as he doesn't mind dust.
No, he doesn't mind dust, but he will tell you what he needs to do, so don't worry about it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Teddy to you, and the way Teddy gets to you is the fact that he'll come through the computer, through the screen, and he'll come straight out at you, and you usually get this by a puff of wind, or the feeling as if somebody is walking over your grave, and you get the chills on the back of the neck. Okay? So, we'll do 1, 2, 3, Teddy to her. Alright, okay. Now, Christy, the first thing I've got for you is I've got a lady in spirit. Now, this lady comes back, and it feels as if she comes in with a mother's love, so it either has to be mother or grandmother. Can you understand that?
Yes.
Right. Now, this lady comes in, and the first thing she's doing is that she wants to just give you a hug. All right?
Okay.
Yeah, because she says that you need a hug. She says that there's a lot of people talking at you, telling you what you should do, but basically all as you need is somebody to give you a hug and tell you everything's going to be all right. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right, okay. Also, she's holding up to me, and it looks like a card. So I don't know if there's hospital or doctor's appointments around you at the moment, because I feel as if there's ongoing tests. Can you understand that?
Yes and no.
Okay, we'll put that in his I don't know section. All right?
Okay. I don't know.
Right, okay. This is not linked directly with you. It isn't somebody around you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right, okay. Now, because I feel as if there's a lot of hand-holding being done around this person. I feel as if, I don't know if they're going through a bit of a rough time here on the Earth plane at the moment, but I feel as if everybody's been rallying around them, and there's been hand-holding, and they're just telling me spirit's doing the same kind of thing. All right?
Okay.
Right. Now, back to yourself. Why have I've got to send healing to yourself as well? Okay?
Okay.
Now, the healing I've got to send, hang on a minute. Yeah. Teddy's talking about there must be a portrait or a picture of some people in a frame I think it's next door.
Yes.
Right. Because you see, is that who you're talking about in spirit?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, because he was just saying, he says, there we are, he says, I knew they were there, because he can see them. He's good, yeah, that's who you're talking to. But that one's a little bit younger than when they passed, is that correct? The picture is a little bit younger than when they passed.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's right, because you see, they looked a bit younger there. So, yeah, he's definitely talking about the fact that you need to start taking better care of yourself, darling, you really do.
I agree.
Yeah, I know. It's not you that's been diagnosed diabetic, is it?
No, but
it's close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. Well, you do know that cheating, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because they just pop the sweet taste in my mouth just to tell me that they're cheating on their diet. Okay, but you must be the one that they've told's got to have a more balanced diet. Would that be correct?
That would be yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, my idea of a balanced diet is a chocolate eclair in each hand.
I can
That works.
relate.
Yeah, that works. No problem at all. You know? Oh, you would think it's a chocolate donut or something like that. But it's chocolate eclair works fine for me. Also, I'll give you the secret as well. The secret is that calories after midnight don't count. And if you get too many calories, you can sell them on eBay. Job done. As you can see, it's working well for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the way that I am. 280 pounds. I'm heading for 300. It's working great for me. All right, what's that? Who is it? You that's got the bad legs, my love?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I feel like as if I've got elephant's legs by the end of the night. I feel as if by the time the evening comes round, I just want to sit down and just, oh, good grief, I'm dragging elephant's legs around. Who's got the lower back problem as well?
I do, and my sister.
Has your sister got a heart problem as well?
Yes.
All right, then they're talking about her as well. But you haven't got the heart problem, have you?
Not.
No, no.
I don't know.
Yes, no, I don't know. They're the three answers.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. You haven't got a heart problem at the moment, but I believe that there's testing things going on to see what's happening. But is it you that's got like the irritable bowels or the or like a celiac or something like that? Something to do with gluten intolerance?
Yes.
All right, okay. Because basically they're just pointing to the belly and doing like a big circular motion, like, oh, Teddy's saying, who hasn't made the bed?
I didn't understand you. What do you say?
Teddy said, who hasn't made the bed?
That be me.
That be you, right? Okay. You just said, yeah. Is it you that's got the little furry animal on as well? Who's got the furry animal on a bed?
I don't know. Not
right,
me.
Okay, that's like. He's given us like a furry animal. I don't know if it's sitting above the bed or it's on the bed, but I've got a little furry animal with him connected with the bed, and if you can't take it, I'll just pass on because. So, all right, okay, yeah, okay, right, okay. He says you need to change your window cleaner, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, because he says they're filthy. But never mind, that's Teddy. I told you I had maids to do this for him when he was here on the airplane, you know, it's like that. All right, Christy. I've got to give you, okay, is it you that's suffering with the headaches, my love?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And they're almost bordering on migraine type headaches.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Spirit's working on that. But have you been and had this sorted out with the doctors?
Yes, I have been to the doctor about it.
Yeah. Has the doctor sort of gone, well, we can't really find much?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, because they're telling us that along the other things as well. I don't know if you've had your eyes checked, because they're talking about the fact that there's a problem with your eyes that's causing a problem with the headaches as well. So I'm not a doctor. I wouldn't provide, I don't profess to do anything at all. I'm just doing what Spirit tell me. So they said that if you're thinking about eyes checks, that's a links thing in with there you go. That's something that might help. Who's the gentleman in Spirit as well? All right. I've got a gentleman in Spirit who wants to come and give you a big hug.
Maybe my dad.
All right, okay. I could quite easily say, oh yes, this is your father, but I feel it's more somebody who's on your same level. So I don't know if it's a brother or a cousin or a best friend or something like that, but I've got somebody who I want to put on the same level as you. All right? The pastor Spirit very quickly. Okay, I don't know if it was a road accident, a crash, right? I don't know if it was a crash. I don't know. I couldn't say a road traffic accident for some point. I don't know why. Okay, they were a bit of a comedian. They were a bit of a joker, whoever this was. I've got to put it on a friendship link. Do you know where this is?
I don't know.
Right, because I've got to put it on a friendship link. I have to put it there. It's a gentleman, and he's about the same age as you, but I have to put it on a friendship link. All right, just wait and see if it turns up, because it could be somebody that you hear about in the next couple of weeks. It's not you or family. It's on a friendship link. All right.
Okay.
It could just be somebody you know. Right now. What else do I want to put on? I want to see as well. Is it you that's thinking of changing the hairstyle?
No.
Right. Who's talking about having the hair changed? You must know where this is, because it's somebody that's going to change the colour of the hair.
Sounds like my sister.
Okay. Could you please tell her to think twice and colour once?
Okay.
Right, because I think she's going to make a right sousier of it, okay? So just make sure that she gets it right. All right, okay. Just as I'm pulling back, I've got to give you the memory of somebody who passed a spirit, and it has to have just gone. Okay?
Okay.
It's somebody who passed a while ago, but I would imagine that we're in October now. It must have been in the September month, as a memory of somebody who passed a spirit.
Yes.
All right. And also, I've got to place you with somebody who passed just before the Christmas.
I don't know.
Right. I want to go back in your family, and I want to go down. Right. Okay. So I want to go to an uncle or an aunt. I want to go across from your mother. So it's the mother side of the family, and across to an uncle or an aunt, and they passed just before Christmas. If you can't think, just go away and do some homework, and it'll come back to you. All right, my love?
Okay, thank you.
No trouble at all. Now then, right? I've got you a birthday. Now bear with me, this one. Just take some thinking about. Keep up with me. I've got a birthday of somebody who passed a spirit, but that birthday was in the March month. Can you understand that?
I don't know.
Right, okay. Don't worry about it. It's somebody who passed the spirit, and their birthday is in the March month. I have to go around about the 19th, 20th, 21st, somewhere around about there. But when it comes to you, please remember that FWM told you it, alright? Because I am FWM. I'm the fat wobbly medium, okay?
Oh.
Now then. So just remember FWM told you. Now, I also have to tell you as I'm leaving that this Christmas is going to be better than the last.
Good.
That's it. Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
It's amazing what kind of rubbish they give me. And then, just as I'm pulling back, I don't know whether it's morning or whether it's afternoon. Right, okay. But the time of 3 o'clock, so it's either 3 a.m. or 3 p.m., must be of significance in your life, alright? I don't know if it's somebody's time of passing a spirit. It could be the time somebody got married, which probably rules out 3 a.m., I suppose. But the thing is, though, that it must have been something significant in your life, and they're just giving it to me as a link and a validation for yourself. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
So with that, I shall leave all the love of spirit in the world, and I'll just say thank you very much for letting me share part of your life with everybody in the chat room. And good night and God bless.
Thank you.
Okay, who's my next victim? Oh, okay. Dee, can I come to you? Yeah, all right. No, I didn't, darling. I'll explain in a minute. All right. Dee, can I come to you, please? Are you not coming on mic? Have you decided not to come on mic? You don't know how. There's a little button at the top that says unmute your microphone, and you just click on that. Top left. It's above Teddy's picture. Is it? No, it's not. Not on mine, anyway. Yeah. Okay. Because it's easier if I can talk to you. So we can rattle through it a little bit quicker. Where are we? Yep. It's the top left headphone. Top left headphone of the thing. It says share your microphone. Along the top bar to the left, you'll see a microphone which will not be in use on yours, and then 3 boxes, and it's the top left. It's okay if you can't find it. We'll carry on and you can type because you're pretty quick at all that. If you give us here, just give me 1 second while I sort this out. Oh, was that you, Dee?
I think it was me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. No problem. Hang on. Just 1 second. I'm just trying to put the little tablet on so my wife can join us. And good. Yes, I'm just trying to put my wife on. We will be there in 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Good day, Kat. How are you?
Even better if she could hear you. Never mind.
Oh, all right.
Not there yet. Not there yet. Right. Oh, great. No, it's decided it doesn't want to play. So it needs flash player and everything. Did it this morning, but it won't do it tonight. All right, okay. That's not coming in. A little tablet's failed miserably. It needs flash player, and it's not on. Right. Hello, Dee. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing fine, thank you.
Okay. I've got to give you right. Okay. I'm coming in with some totems to start with. All right. And I'm coming in with a wolf, and I'm coming in with a crow to start with, and you should be able to place them. I know. I think Dee's just dropped off there. Right.
Did you not get me?
No, I didn't get you. No.
A minute. I'm not very good at this. Is that it working?
Yeah, that's it. Fine. There's a 1 second delay when you start talking, Dee. So if you just go, yes, I won't get it. You have to give a little bit of a sentence. All right.
Right. Okay, I'll remember that.
Right, that's fine now. That's wonderful. So I've got a wolf and I've got a crow that comes in to start with. All right.
Yes, thank you. I can understand that.
Right. Okay. And I've also got something which looks like a it looks like a priest, but I think it's more to do with spiritual writing type style. Can you understand that?
Yes.
All right, okay, because I'm being linked to Piotr, which is my writing guide, so I think it's something to do with that. All right, now, and I've also got a large gentleman. I don't know if it's Egyptian or something like that,
Yes.
but I've got this big guy who's standing there, very much like a gatekeeper type of stance with the arms crossed and everything else. So I've got that as a link for you as well. Now then,
Yes, thank
I've
you.
also got a mother figure in spirit. No, all right, okay. I had to say a mother figure. I don't know if this was mum or somebody who you thought of as mum.
Yes, I can understand the mother.
All right. Yeah. Okay. And she's coming forward and she's very, very impressed and very proud of what you've achieved now, because I don't think they really thought you would get anywhere doing this spooky stuff.
Yeah, I can understand that.
All right. Because she's coming in and she's laughing and she's saying, well, you know, I wasn't very supportive.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, as far as she was concerned, you know, when you need your worm food, that's it, you know what I mean? So, okay. And she said that when she eventually passed to the higher side of life, she was a bit shocked when she woke up on the other side.
Very much so. Very much.
She says she wouldn't be seen dead talking to anybody like me when she was here on the earth plane, but now she is dead and she is talking to somebody like me, and that's called irony.
Yes, I understand that completely, actually.
Yeah, because that's basically what she's laughing about as well. I don't know if are you aware of a wedding coming up around you? Because somebody's just flashed a wedding dress at me for some reason.
A friend's just got married recently.
Okay, well, yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, actually.
Yeah, as I said, 2 weeks to come, 2 weeks to come behind, that's what I do. I also got, I'm being shown steps as well, so I don't know whether or not there's something that, oh, right, hang on. I don't know if one of your students is progressing to the part where they need to, for want of a better word, pass out or be let free, but I feel as if they're climbing the stairs to get out the door.
Yes.
Okay. Now then, and I do also believe that there's something around and about you that would be really nice, if only it would work.
Yes, very much so.
That was it. Oh, by the way, congratulations. There's a contract that you have to sign.
Okay. Yes,
all
actually, right. There will be contacts. There will be.
Yeah, of course there is. I'm a fat bugger at this end, and I know these things.
Yep.
But I also got to say as well that there's something that's that you're a little bit concerned about. Can you please read the small print?
Okay, I will do.
Right. Okay. Who's talking about changing cars?
My husband.
All right. Make sure he picks the right one. Is he talking about downsizing?
I'm not quite sure. I'm not really into cars.
Don't let him get a smaller car because he'll not be happy.
No, he wouldn't be actually with a smaller car.
No, I know that. Yeah, but I'll tell you something else as well. Was it you or was it him who had a near miss last week in the car?
Not that I know of.
Right, okay, well he hasn't told you. You can ask him later on and then give him a trip round here. Okay. Now I've got a gentleman in spirit who's coming in. Now it would be very easy for me to say this gentleman's coming in with a Scottish accent, because obviously you have a Scottish accent. But this guy was very broad.
Yes, I can understand that.
Yeah, very, very broad. And he's very difficult for me to understand, because I mean I'm only a Geordie and he's really, really broad as he's coming in. But he's telling me, and he's showing me his fingers, and he's got the yellow fingers.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And he's also showing me a packet of Woodbine as well. So that's just what he's on about. Now, he's also talking about the fact that no, he's not. I've got this lady back again. This lady that comes in is, shall we just say that she's a little bit,
yes.
Yeah, she likes the sound of her own voice.
Yes.
And she calls a spade a shovel and nobody's going to call it any different, you know? And she's telling me just to get on with it. All right? She said, look, just get on with it, you know? Listen to me, don't listen to him, get on with it. I don't know if this was her husband, but I tell you something, he was the boss in that house, and he had her permission to say so.
Yeah.
You know? But woe betide him if he came in with his muddy boots on, because he had to leave them outside the door. Right, okay. He's talking about, bless you darling, and I've got to send healing in your direction at the minute.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, I don't know if this is a temporary thing. I don't know if you've just twisted your ankle or hurt your foot or something, but I don't know. It just seems as if it's a temporary thing.
Yes, it is.
All right, okay. Yeah. I also want to say that there's something that's... You're not using a crutch at the minute, are you?
Not anymore.
Right. Were you using a one?
I was for a long time.
Yeah, because basically they're saying it was a good weapon.
Yes. Yes, it was actually.
Yeah, it clears people out the road and does something like that quite easily, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
also good for the sun when he starts playing up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she said it had a bit of a bend where you wrapped it around his head once or twice. But
Yeah.
she's also talking about the fact that somebody's got to. Oh, all right. They've got to shape up, either shape up or ship out.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now that's the way they're putting it. They either need to shape up or ship out. I mean, it doesn't really mean that they have to walk out of your life, as you know, but it just means that they just have to either get themselves together or give it up, whatever's going on.
Yes, I understand that completely.
Okay, now you must also be aware, because I'm being shown the triangle, so you must be aware of somebody who's just started on the slippery slope of either drink, drugs, or gambling.
Yeah, actually, yeah,
Yeah.
a friend's
Okay.
going.
Now, just apart from that as well, I've got to say that there must be somebody who is in a relationship around you. All right. Now, this is a relationship around you, but one half's trying and one half isn't.
Yes.
All right. Now, the person that is trying doesn't think there's anything wrong, and the person that isn't trying is only there because they've got nowhere else to go.
Yes.
All right.
Because
Okay. Now then, do you mind if I send Teddy to you?
no, that's fine. He's
All right,
welcome.
Teddy, from one to the other, please. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, all right. Okay. You've got a bright house, haven't you?
Yes, I do.
I know. He's just got in and go, wow. He's just come back and asked us to lend me tinted glasses. He says, what? He says, I need some glasses over here. Right, okay. Oh, God almighty. Is there a dartboard on the wall in your house or something?
Yes, in the hall.
Just said, oh, there's a dartboard here. And I'm like, what? He said, there's a dartboard here. All right, okay. And I want to, all right, there must be what he showed me. It's a picture. But it's got, there must be a picture. Is there a group picture of like a wedding or something on the wall? Because I just see a load of people in the picture.
It's not a wedding, but there is a group picture.
Is it? Yeah, because it's just like a load of people in there. All right, and I don't know if you're in the centre or if there's somebody. He's pointing at somebody in the centre. Could you make sense of that?
Oh, I think I know which one you're on about. Sorry, I was getting the wrong picture. Yeah, there is one. I'm actually trying to remember. I think I'm just slightly off centre.
Right, okay, because he's just pointing to me in the centre and he's just doing that, so I don't know why. He's also talking about the fact that, alright, okay. What's on the desk in front of you? He's pointing to me, he's pointing down at the desk in front of you. What's on the desk in front of you? Have you got a funny mug or a funny something in front of you because he's laughing at something?
No.
Right, okay, because he's just pointing down. I don't know if he's been scribbling or doodling or something, but he's definitely pointing at something just in front of you. So just be aware.
I've got lots of bits of paper with scribbles and things on it. I just.
All right, okay, yeah, because he hates a messy desk. So
that's why then, because my desk is messy. It's
right,
really
okay.
messy.
Right, okay, Teddy. Right, let's see what we're going to do. All right. Okay. I don't know if there's. He's talking about the fact that outside needs to be lightened up. I don't know if there's a light out or something, but he's talking about the fact that outside needs to be lightened up. I don't know why. That's just the way he's put it to me. So you may know outside if there's a street lamp out or if there's a light out in your garden or something, but I just feel as if it needs to be lightened up.
Not that I've noticed, but I'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, please, if you would do that. He's also talking about the fact that there's somebody around you who's just started their own business or their own venture.
Oh.
Right, okay.
Possibly could kind of be me. I feel that's possibly me.
You just realise, don't you, you've just busted the very rules that mediums tell people.
Yes,
possibly
I know.
It could be me. Yeah, we'll stick that down in the maybe section there. All right.
Yeah.
Right. No, he says this one's not with you. This is somebody else.
Right.
Somebody else has started their own business. All right. But basically,
yeah, I do.
Right,
I do know where you are.
But they have real difficulty getting their backside out of bed in the mornings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he says basically as soon as the honeymoon period's over, they might be starting another business.
Yes.
You know, if there's one that starts about lunchtime, would be perfect. But, okay. All right. Are you about to go on tour?
I'm about to travel.
Right. Okay. Because I just feel as if there was work involved in it. Because
Yes,
I feel like it's, you're going on tour and you're going to visit people and you're going to do this and do that. So I just feel I just have to say it's going on tour. All right. As I'm pulling back a little bit, can I say that there's all right. I don't do animals, but I've got a dog that's coming for you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. This I feel as if there was more than a dog. He was more like a part of the family because he had his own seat.
Yes.
Right. And it's a case of what a little terrier biter thing he is. But he's talking about the fact that it's woe betide anybody who sat in his seat.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yes.
He thought he was one of the family, and that's it.
Mm.
And he was. Who's missed the appointment for the eye test, please?
No, I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
Same person who's suffering with the headaches.
Oh, it could be my daughter, but
Right, okay, check it out with her, please, because I'm
yeah.
sure that somebody down that line's missed the things. Now, okay. Have you been told of the new life to come?
Yes. Thank
Okay,
you.
because yeah. And did you want to know if it's going to be a boy or a girl?
Go on.
It is. It is definitely. It's going to be a boy or a girl. You asked. What do you expect? You know what I mean? It's just. I want to give you the memory of a passing back in the July month. I want to give you the memory of a passing after Christmas in the January month, and I want to give you the memory of a passing in the April month. And I'm not going to be your friend because too many people do you, Rundy. And I want to say as well, though, that bless you, that there must be a birthday celebration around about now because it's given me a bunch of flowers for that.
Yes.
Okay, and there's also an anniversary roundabout now as well.
Yes, just passed.
And I want to say as well that at the end of the day, that please be aware that Spirit are sending all their love to you and all their strength to you, because I think at the minute somebody around about you needs quite a bit of healing, quite a bit of strength, and quite a bit of upliftment.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, with that I'm going to pull back, say good night and God bless. But before I leave, all right, they're pointing at the watch and they're saying, it's time. Teddy, can you come back to me? Sorry, I'll bring Teddy back through the screen. 1, 2, 3, back to me. Is that all right? Yeah, he says your house is really bright. Really? Oh, okay. Anyway, but the thing is though that there's somebody around and about you, and I just feel that they just need quite a lot of upliftment at the moment.
Yes,
right.
they do.
Right. With
they
that,
do.
I'll say good night, God bless, and thank you for letting us share part of your life with the chat room, and take the Spirit's love and guidance with you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay, so that was just a couple of readings like we would do in the church. Maybe a little bit longer than we would do in the church because obviously it's my show and I can do what I want. And the thing is that it's a Teddy and Eric show. Stop looking like that, Darlene. You would think it's your show or something. And I'm just going to take a break for maybe 5-10 minutes just to have a drink of water, get myself sorted out, and then when I come back, we will see if we can get Teddy to talk through me. So with that, I'll say thank you for listening to the drivel, and chat amongst yourselves. Coffee break, potty break, anything else, other break.
Wow. Thank you very much, Eric. Yes, off you go. See if you can get that tablet working at the same time. Ooh, okay, let's see. Monique. Okay, I'm gonna unmute you. Hi, sweetie. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Wow, anybody who wants to come on? You can see pretty. Oh, you turn the camera on, girl. Don't you dare hide your little face. Well,
I'm just laughing.
Good. Okay, so everybody, if you're going to have questions for Teddy, with all that extra noise.
Now it's a party.
Okay. Hi, Rhonda. She's in a very small or a very huge cup, yes.
What, this one? I have
no,
very
this
small.
is your sound.
Oh.
Yeah, there's nothing but pretty on this show. So you'll know what's going. Okay, well, thank everybody for Snap coming up. Awesome show. Scott, why are you there twice? I know why I'm here twice. Okay, if anybody has questions for Teddy, y'all know how to private message me. Put it that way, and take it slow in the chat room because, yeah, way too much background noise. I get it. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Monique, there's a lot of noise. Yeah, Monique, there's a lot of noise going on back there. Not just you. Okay, you've muted yourself, so. Oh. Do you have a radio on or something? Odd. Okay, let's go. Rhonda, I can't hear you. Wait a second. Be an idea. Unmuted you. Wait a second.
Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I finally got you, man. It works when I unmute you.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just on the phone. Hello.
How you doing today, Rhonda?
I'm really good. I'm enjoying myself watching Eric playing the field.
Woohoo!
Teddy's zipping all around.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting afternoon. Eric, when you're ready, just give me some kind of sign when you're. You think Teddy's gonna win.
Not the normal one, Eric. Just behave yourself.
Oh! Well, we have a really good turnout tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed the service. I know I did personally.
Oh, it's great. I love watching it.
I think he's brilliant, personally.
Yeah, well, it's the first time I've ever heard service that wasn't in the Catholic Church. So I liked it very much. Hi, Will. Will made it. Yeah, so, all right. And that picture, for those of you who are just popping in, the picture of the gentleman that you see on the presenter, that is Teddy. Teddy is Eric's guide, and I think he's adorable. Sorry. Just don't have the hard mustache. Don't give me that upper lip thing going on there.
You can go ahead and remute me.
Gotta find you. You're in two spots. One has a camera and one doesn't.
No, I'm making it hard. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay.
Corinne, what was your question, Fresh?
Okay, so. Okay. Eric, are you ready?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, can, Wanda.
No, that was Corinne.
Oh, sorry, Corinne. Go for it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. Okay, ladies, you're gonna have to shut your cameras down.
I would like to ask Teddy, where should I be focusing on in my life? And I know I'm on.
I'm not sure if he's back up yet. Done that. Sorry. Hang on a second.
Right, okay. Thanks very much, Teddy. Are we ready to start, are we? Teddy just unmuted the microphone about 2 minutes ago. I just didn't realise he'd done it.
That's okay.
Yeah, it was. I'm thinking, why is my microphone not got across? And then you just realised Teddy is playing, weren't you? Right, okay.
Teddy was being full.
Teddy was being Teddy. That's all that matters. Okay.
Okay. You have one question in the chat room.
Right, okay. I haven't got any questions at all, to be honest. It's Teddy that's got the questions.
Okay, sorry, Teddy.
Yeah.
When you're ready, Teddy.
I'll let him introduce himself, and then we shall go from there. Well, ladies and gentlemen of the chat room, good evening and welcome to the show. My name is Edward Jeffrey Montague. You can call me Teddy. And I would just like to say it is a privilege and a pleasure for you to be speaking to me.
Hello, thank you for coming, Teddy.
You're quite welcome, my dear. My vessel tells me that you are supposed to be in charge of this show. Well, unfortunately, I'm here now. You may like that.
Yes, I do.
You may like it. Okay, then what's this message? I know I have a message somewhere in here. Come on, tell me.
Right, Corinne, go ahead. Okay, the question, Corinne, can you hear me?
Oh, my dear, something's gone terribly wrong. Corinne's not talking to me. And terribly, come on, somebody talk to me.
She had a question, and her question was, hang on, I've written it. She said, where should she focus her heart? There she is. Go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hello, Corinne, how are you doing?
Yeah, I think
to Edward. Yes, I tell you, where would you like to focus your heart? Please. I would really like to tell you to focus it on beating. Because when it stops, unfortunately, you end up in the higher side of life with me. And it's no fun, you know. It's no fun whatsoever. But still, never mind. I believe that you're asking more to do with what you should be doing in your life at this moment. Is that correct?
Hello.
Yes, okay. Well, basically, at this moment in time, I think that you need to concentrate on yourself. Okay? And they're telling me that there's a lot to go around yourself at the moment. I believe as if you're being pulled in many different directions and you just need to sort yourself out. Give yourself a good slapping and just make sure that you get yourself sorted out. Okay? That is the best thing. Okay. Now then, what's this problem with the finances as well? They're talking about finances, all right? If the finances need to be investigated, that's what I have to put. Investigated. It's very difficult to talk when a gentleman hasn't got a tash, and my vessel hasn't got a tash. I can't understand how he can talk without a tash. Never mind. You have to investigate your finances and make sure that they're in good order so that you can express some financial. You can get some money, my dear. That's what I want to say. That you can get some money, because I feel as if you need to be maybe going on people over there put it, a vacation. We call it a holiday because basically, you know, we talk properly on this side of the pond. So please, can you just make sure that you have some spare cash and you can use it. Now, is there anything else that I can answer whilst you're talking directly to the spirit world? I think she's away slapping herself. That's what's happening.
Corinne?
Yes. Okay, when she comes back, we can just get on with anything else. Do I have another question from all of you lovely people out there in the chat land? I love this electricity, you know, it goes a long way.
Teddy, I appreciate what you've told me. Is I'm on delay. I'm sorry, I'm on delay. Yeah, I'm on delay. Talking. Okay.
Yeah, damn long delay, I would say, my dear. Right, my dear. Yes, I think.
Corinne? Okay.
I think Corey needs to get a dose of quicker electricity.
Yeah, it's a very long delay.
Yes, definitely. Right, Corinne. Before I pull away and leave what I need to do, I want to give you a congratulations. I believe that there's something coming up, either a birthday or an anniversary or something around about you. I just feel that you need to just be you need to be congratulated. Also, there's somebody around and about you who is in the caring profession, in the medical profession, and I feel as if they are very well to do in the medical profession. Now, they also have somebody in the higher side of life who wants to come and say hello, because I feel as if it's either a sister or somebody who was more than just a standard nurse, a charge nurse, as we would call them here, or, you know, a sister, something like that. So they're coming through and they would like to say hello as well. And also around and about you, I don't know if it links with you directly, my love, but I've got to give you definitely somebody have a child in the higher side of life from a miscarriage condition. And I just have to say that wherever that is, could you please tell him that the child is perfectly all right now and growing up in the spirit world, and he has either grandmother or great-grandmother with him to keep him going. Now then, there we are. And I think that's about all I have to say to you, so we will move on to somebody else. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Teddy. Corinne, I hope you got that. Teddy kind of gives you everything all in one shot.
Thank you.
I have a couple of questions for you. One is from Carol.
Okay, what's Carol's question?
Carol would like to know whatever message you have for her.
Oh, well, that's a bit of a
I know.
big question. Can she not do better than that?
Well, I will wait and see if she types me back a second.
Yeah, come on, put something on this electricity screen here in front of me, please.
Carol, type it into the main chat room, unless you want to just type it into the private.
Yes.
While we're waiting for Carol, Monique has asked, out of all the inventions, since you passed, what is the most favorite that you've missed, that you have been able to experience?
Right, the most, that's easy. That's very, very easy. I would say I would say it's possibly the new shape putter for the golf. It's definitely no, it's not. And what I would say is the telesquinchian, or whatever it's called, that thing, the square box in the corner that everybody watches. I can't understand that, to be honest. We used to talk to people, you know, when we used to be there, and people used to say hello, and we used to have a drink, and crash cars, and all sorts of stuff. And then what comes along? Then here comes telesquidgian, and everybody just sits like lemons and talks, and then when they go out, they talk about these things of the telesquidgian, and it's as if it's real, and it's not. And you need to have, it's lost all friends and connections and people going out and getting drunk and smashing cars and things up. That was all part of it. It's just, you just need to be able to do that. So that's the most, the biggest thing in the whole thing with it. The fact that there's a lot of people. All right, okay. When I passed back in in the year dot, when before any of these people were even a glint in their father's eye, when I passed back in them days. But I think that it's very, very, this religion, this spiritualism was championed by people like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and other people who were very well thought of. So it was something that was quite not accepted. It's never been accepted, but it was quite an au fait thing to do. It was quite a hip thing to do, as the young people say now. That's on the end of your leg. God forbid. Anyway, the thing is that it's talking about the spiritualism. Now you've got people who want to do it. They want to do it for monetary gain. They just want to make a fortune. And they come in, and my bed beat at the moment is a 5-minute medium. One day they're talking to you, please can you tell me how can I connect with the spirit world? 2 days later, they're there on the old IntuiTalks, or what it's called, and they're giving readings. And you think, oh my God, where did that come from? So that's it. So the highs is the television, and the lows is the idiots on the internet. Hope that answers your question.
Okay, I'm sure it does. Okay. Carol said, whoop, it's gone. Oh, no, it's gone, but not gone. She wanted to know if you have anything from, can say of her son, daughter, mother, and or father. Do you have any messages from them? She's still listening.
Her son, daughter, mother, and father.
Yes.
Right, okay. What have we got? Their name was Carol.
Her name was Carol, yes.
Carol, yeah. Her name probably still is Carol. But,
yes.
Yes. I feel there is a lot of love that comes both from the spirit side of life and I'll add mine to that because I'm quite a nice man that way. And I feel as if there's a lot of love from the spirit side of life that comes from this Carol. And I also want to give her love to pass on to the people here on this side. And I don't know who it was because they're not giving me a name because I don't care for names, as you know. And the thing is that I feel as if this lady in the higher side of life, I don't know if Carol held her hand as she crossed over to the other side or if she was there present in the room, but I feel as if she gave her permission not to go, like, it's okay, it's your time, you can go, it's okay to go, just let go, something like that. But this lady said, thank you very much, but she'd already gone. The only thing that was left was the meat suit. That was beating away quite happily, but the rest of the time, she'd gone, she was away. But just to prove the consistency of what I'm saying, this lady's telling me to tell her that listen, it's not a case of what's going on. It's a case of the message that she said after she left the room in the corridor outside. The lady heard that one, and that's the one that was important. So I hope that answers a little bit. Who's got? I don't know if somebody's got a test or an examination coming up, and I don't mean a medical one. I mean a written one, and they must be cramming for it at the moment. I feel as if they're going to have good fortune with that as well.
Well, I hope everybody in the chat room can take that.
Yes. They all can because I'm good.
Yes, Eddie, we know you are. I have a question for you from Scott Stevenson. He would like to know if he is finding the right path spiritually.
Yes, usually we put one foot in front of the other. That's the right path. Because basically, it doesn't matter which way you're going. That is the way you're meant to be. That sounded very profound, and I didn't mean it to be. But that is what we are all about here on the higher side of life. The thing is that we don't, we don't come down and say, you wear the blue sweater or you wear the red sweater. We just say, you want to watch out, it's going to be cold. And it's the same with when we give life choices and things like that. It's more to do with the fact that wherever you are going is the right place at the right time for you. Okay? And I just feel that there's many things in your life at the moment. There are definitely many things in your life at the moment that are pulling you in different directions. You just have to make sure that it is the one you want and not as the one that you're being told to do so. Okay? Now, I do think that there's something that's got your interest more than others, and that is the way that you need to go. But saying that, there's nothing wrong with following the money. I did that when I was here on the earth plane. And that's not it's not something to be chuckled with. You can do that as well. Well, now then, they're telling me as well that there is something, Scott, that you are, you are, all right, you really are trying to get into the spiritualism and the type of way of life that sort of affords, but you are still reading, or you are still undecided about things. And I have to say, from the higher side of life, come on, man, shape up. Just get on with it. We're here. We are right. And as I keep telling everybody, I used to be conceited, and now I'm just perfect. What more do you want? Never mind. But there's still, yes. So please, just do what your heart feels is right. And the path you are on is the path you should be on at this time in life. There we go. That's me done with that.
Okay. Thank you very much for that one. Okay. We have Leo Halliwell. Things in my life up until now have been a bit rough, and I'm trying to do a few things to get my life in order. I'm wondering if these efforts are going to be in vain, if I'm trying to achieve that which is not possible, or am I on the right track, and if things are going to work out all right.
Okay, right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hi, Leo. How you doing? I can see you on this little Eric Squidgery thing here now. But the thing is that I need to tell you that stop putting negatives in the way. Stop preparing to fail. You need to prepare to succeed. And if you then decide to go forward in whatever field and whatever endeavor you are doing, and you only visualize success, then you will have that success. But if you come on and you go, oh, well, I don't know if I'm going to get there, or am I going to be this? You're only doing it half-heartedly, and the other half prepares you to fail. So what you need to do is you need to give it 100%, know you're going to succeed, know you're going to be there, and you will get there. It's easy as that. And there's nothing trickery about that. I must admit, I like blue hair. That's good. I like that one. I got a feeling that my vessel may be experiencing the Teddy, or Team Teddy as he calls me, in blue hair. That seems like a good one. I like that idea. Blue hair and a pink tutu. There we go. That's it. Sounds it. Oh, okay. Leo, somebody around and about you. I've got a guard on a train. So I don't know if there is railway connections around you, or somebody's just started a journey because he's waving his little green flag like that. So I think that possibly somebody's just started an endeavor or a journey, and it's going to be very, very fruitful. It could even be yourself, my dear. I don't know, because I'm only spirit. Give me a whiskey and I'm all right. But I'm just spirit. But yes, okay. And then the ink on your arm, the tattoo on your arm, is that for special? Just yes or no? Yeah, okay. Because I'm being sure of that, and I feel as if it's more something special, something to commemorate, to remind yourself. Okay. But I also want to tell you that there's something that you need to focus on, please, in your life at the moment. I think you need to just focus. You just need to be in tune with something that's there. And also I've got a dog that's barking like mad here in the higher side of life. So there's a dog up here that wants to say hello as well. So where that fits in for you to say, I just threw it in because it was bloody well barking, really, that's all. That's about it, I think.
Are you okay with that, Leo?
Where's the money? The money as well. There must be a financial trail as well that needs to be attended to, please. So just stop the drip away, okay? So we'll just leave that and let you get sorted with that. I hope that was some help. But where's all these spiritual questions? Everyone's asking about the earthly questions. I want some spiritual questions.
Okay,
like
well,
I
have one for you from Diane Jane.
Right.
And she would like to know, what is a gatekeeper's job? She hears a lot of people talking about gatekeepers.
Okay, that's easy. Basically, my vessel here, his gatekeeper is his grandmother, Nellie. Now, Nellie's job is to stop anything nasty coming in to actually attach itself to him when he's working. So if you think of a gatekeeper as a bouncer on the door in a gentleman's club, that's the easiest way to put it. And he's the bouncer on the door at the gentleman's club. Everybody has to come past him to get in. Now, that's it. Oh,
Thank you.
Good. Yeah, so it's his job just to make sure that that's the easiest way I can put it, is a bouncer in a club. It's his job to make sure that the people that come to speak to the medium are not nasty, attachable spirits that are going to make things just there. And you don't, as people are saying in this electricity thing, that there is a horse or a dragon or whatever. But you'll be surprised, Monique, that you have a horse called Pumpkin, and it's not very fierce, because if I was a horse that was called Pumpkin, I would be damn well annoyed. So okay, right. So basically, that's about all I've got to say on that, really. A horse called Pumpkin, bloody hell. Right, okay.
All right. Let's see. D. Question: what was the biggest difference you found when you passed over?
D, nice one. Yes, I knew somebody out there would have a proper spiritual question for me. Right, okay. When I passed to spirit, it was a bit of a shock, because when I was here on the earth plane, I didn't believe in such matters. And I passed to spirit, and when I got there, the very first thing that happened was that I thought, oh my God, I've wrecked the car. And that was the first thing. The second thing was, oh dearie me, the dog's dead. And I thought, I felt more for the dog than what I did for the car. Obviously. But it was close.
Good.
I must admit it was close. But still, the thing is that then I started looking around and thought, why is my family all here on the other side of life? Have the whole lot died and everybody come over at the same time? Was there something mass? And then I realized it wasn't. It was the residual energies of the people that is left at the higher side of life while they are down having an earthly experience. And therefore, I could relate to the people already in the higher side of life. So I didn't have to learn how to speak to them. I didn't have to learn what to do. You immediately knew. Okay? Now then, also, they then told me that I'd passed over, and I thought, well, that was pretty obvious, because down there was a body, and I was up here, and I was floating around, and I was all right. But the thing is, though, that then I said, immediately when this happened, I said, oh, dear. Or words to that effect. But the thing is that, I did want to say, oh shit, but I wouldn't on here. Anyway, the thing is that it's way to do with this. And I was getting on quite famously. And then they said, you know what it is? You have to work. And I said, work? Excuse me, I'm Edward Geoffrey Montague, and I don't work. My parents have money, and I don't have to work. I'm a gentleman. And they said, no, everybody on here works. And I thought, there's a dirty 5-letter word, work. Can't be doing with that. So I thought, what can I do that doesn't involve very much? Because, I like to be able to sit down. I mean, the picture that you're seeing of me here is when I'm basically just 19 years of age. And how very handsome man I was then. But the thing is, though, that when I got to 32 years of age, I was about double the size of that. And I had this handlebar moustache, and I got that way for not doing very much for long periods of time. So I thought, I'll find something to do here in the earth, in the spirit realm, that's the same. And I very quickly got bored. So then, when they offered me the chance to come back and bug a vessel like my vessel here, I thought, yep, I'll have a go at that. That sounds like a real fine plan to me. And I just zipped back down here. And then, ever since then, I've just had such a whale of a time. It's absolutely wonderful. And I can just get on and do what I want.
Okay. Well, Raven has one for you. She wants to know what she's going to do, and ask him what I'm going to do when I grow up. What I'm going to be when I grow up.
An adult is the answer.
She'll never get there. She has the heart of a child.
Yeah, well, I just want to say, when you grow up, you get old. There you go. My vessel's old. When I first joined my vessel, he wasn't quite so old, and he was quite mobile, and he was moving around. But now that he's had to carry two of us for about 10 years, it's getting to him, and he's starting to get a little bit despondent that way. But I keep saying that when he does come to the higher side of life, my vessel comes over, I'll be there waiting for him, and then he'll know he's arrived, because we can both go and bug somebody else, so that'll be fun. So never mind. But it's right. I just feel as if it's got to be. I feel as if the person that I'm linking with, they want to tell you that there's something in your life that has to be changed. Something in your life that has to be changed, and you need to just make sure that you make that change, and then you will be able to move forward. But until you make that change, you're going to be stuck where you are. That's about it, I think.
Okay. I hope that helps, Rev. We have a question from Stan. I recently had a dream where a person said that they were glad that he was there. Okay, hold on. I'll read exactly. I have a question. I recently had a dream where a person said they were glad I was there because they were waiting for me. The person was female, and he wants to know, was she among the living or was she among spirit? Was she on the higher side?
Right, okay, yes, definitely on the higher side of life. Definitely on the higher side of life. But remember that there is no time attached to the higher side of life. So somebody can come round and go, oh, I'm waiting for you on the other side. It doesn't mean that you're going to turn up and pop your clogs tomorrow and shuffle off this mortal coil. It means that eventually when you do turn up, they are going to be there, because, the time on the other side is just a blink of an eye. And that's it. And the thing is that it's just a case of that they're going to be there. It could be a guide. It could be a gatekeeper. It could be somebody who wants to be there in your dream state and maybe just help you out a bit. But that's basically it. It could be anybody really from the higher side of life. Could we just be some nosy bugger like me who just wanted to get into your dream? It's just, you just don't know. So just take it as it is. Don't worry about the fact that they said they're going to be there for you when you pass over, because this could be quite some considerable time.
Thank you. I hope that helps, Stan. Yes, thank you. Okay, I have one for you, Daddy. Is there somebody watching out from home?
Right, okay. First of all, lovely spiritual question, not.
No, I know.
Secondly, a case of, I understand why you're asking, but the thing is, though, that you above everybody else knows that there's somebody around, because you've seen somebody around taking care of your mother, and therefore it's a question just as a validation.
there is a gentleman that is attached to your mother, and he is there keeping an eye, making sure everything's all right. He's telling me that she's not ready for transition yet, so basically you're okay. And he just says that, William, I don't know what the problem is. There must be some kind of rift or some kind of not speaking within the family situation, and you just need to have that taken care of, please. And somebody wants a good clip on the back of the head, I tell you, because basically they're telling me that they're wasting their life. So that's on there. And also, I just feel as if there's so much going on at the moment, and I want to say that it feels as if you need to work to live, not live to work. And I feel as if at the moment it's living to work. I feel as if every hour God sends, if it's an extra hour, you're taking advantage of that. But sometimes things suffer, and I just need you to be very, very careful with your health and well-being. But yes, there's definitely somebody around your mother. There's definitely somebody looking after her. We all have somebody looking after us. And is everything going to be all right? I don't know. I'm only spirit, So, what do you expect from me? But the thing is that it's definitely a case of, just being there and being comforting and being consoling, and that's it basically. And yes. Oh, all right then. There's a gentleman on the higher side of life that's attached to your mother. I don't know if it's her brother or a partner or somebody, but he just wants to come in and he just wants to say it's okay, it's all right. Not her time yet.
Thank you.
No problem. Right. Well,
Okay.
listen to everybody. I do apologise that this is not going to go on, because I know that my vessel is starting to get a little bit restless, and he's got a problem in the throat area, and it's starting to get a little bit sore. So what I'm going to do is give it back to him, and then he will do he will do his closing prayer. Yes, that's what he'll do. His closing prayer, because basically that's what he is. Who said say hello to Michael for me? Which Michael's this? There's a million. But the thing
Archangel.
is, yes, if it's Archangel Michael, tell him yourself. Me and him don't talk. We butt heads. Me and Archangel Michael, we butt heads. Because if you know Jodie White Wolf, you'll understand why. Because we do something and me and Michael talk, and we always end up arguing. But no, he's good with his wings. He can fly around all over. But still, yes, what I'm going to say. Oh, okay. Yeah, who was that? That was Rhonda. Rhonda Michael says hi. Right? He says, and you've got to get your... I've just had to step in to censor that, because he was going to say something. Rhonda, he says, you've got to get your backside up and start moving yourself around, okay? And stop waiting for everything to come to you. That's basically what the message was. But Teddy was going to put it a different way. So, just a quickie for you there. Okay. And that's Teddy disappearing into my side. Now, just to finish off for the last 2 minutes before, as I go down, when we do a service, we always finish with a prayer. And I'm going to finish with a prayer that I use every time I finish at the church. So to close this down, and then it's a free for all for everybody. I'm going to start with some words from the Cherokee, which say, "May the warm winds of heaven blow softly upon your house. May the Great Spirit bless all who enter there. May your moccasins make happy tracks in many snows, and may the rainbow always touch your shoulder. As we leave your house tonight, we ask, Father, that you keep each and every one safe on their journey home. Until we meet again in this manner to praise your name, please help all here tonight to be more loving, tolerant, and forgiving. This we ask, as always, in your name, that is everlasting love. Good night, God bless, and thank you very much for listening to my travel."
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Teddy, as well. Okay, we all have to take a little drink. was sorry. It was an amazing service. Yes. I'm hoping we do this again in the future. Future, I think, for Eric and as well as my guests, we'll have to get over the craziness of this evening. If he has any questions, we're still on for another 5 minutes. So please pipe in, and let's see. I'm unmuting my co-hosts because we're giving Eric time to rest his voice because he's been talking. His voice has been working for 2 hours. It's his or Jennifer. Right?
Hello, I'm here.
Hello.
Amazing, just wonderful. Thank you so much, Eric and Teddy. That was wonderful.
Thanks, mate. A wonderful job.
Okay.
Well, I just hope everybody enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was an easy session to do. And Rhonda, before it disappears out my brain, he said that Michael said that you need to get off your backside and make something happen. Don't wait for it coming to you, okay, or something like that.
I hope everybody was happy with what they got. I'm sorry, Will, I didn't get to you, but maybe you'll come back on the next show, and we will. Okay. Ooh. Well, you know what? I think we're going to shut this one down. If anybody has anything to say, other than thank you very much, Eric, and thank you, Trixie, for showing up.
Thank you all for being here, too.
Yes, this would not be... Go ahead.
Thank you, everybody. Your questions are absolutely well meant, I can assure you. A lot of people could probably relate to it as well. So I really do thank Eric. I think he's, to my mind, the master. Blessings all. Back to you, Mama.
All right, everybody, have a good night, and we shall see you all again next week. And I believe next week we have Corinne and our little purpleplates.com lady. So we will see you next week. Good night.